Until the 1st of February, I'm excited to be partnering with HelloFresh UK. Get money off fresh meal kits delivered to your door by using the discount link or the checkout code in the description below. Get 50% off your first box and 35% off the following 3, as well as 3 free gifts. If you want to see more from HelloFresh UK, then check out my social medias where I've been sharing my meals the last few weeks. And what's best, if you sign up, you help support the channel and you can cancel at any time. Hello and welcome along to a mini midweek championship predictions from the Honest Football Podcast. We've got one game to get through, which was the first of those postponed due to the FA Cup at the weekend. The rest will all be replayed at a later date, but we've got a game that, well, I've got a little bit of a vested interest in because I'm going to be there. We will recap all of last weekend's fixtures and this one when we get to next weekend. But for now, let's talk about the big game on Tuesday night. It is Luton Town versus Cardiff City at Kenilworth Road. And this one has a few added elements that we didn't perhaps expect. Luton have lost a couple of key players over the last week or so as the transfer window comes to a close. Both sides playing on deadline day, of course, which may make things interesting, particularly for Cardiff, because they have appointed a new manager. Sabri Lamucci came into the club late last week, and you can see our thoughts on that up in the eye above. I don't want to talk about it too much today because we've already done it in extensive detail, so check that one out with me and Craig a bit earlier last weekend. And of course, add to that we are doing this prediction one day later than normal, and that's because yesterday Wigan appointed Sean Maloney as their manager 9 games after Kolo Toure came in and has now been sacked. You can find that one up in the eye above too. But let's talk about Luton Cardiff. This is going to be a pretty interesting game. Maybe prior to the weekend, you would have had Luton as favourites. You certainly would have backed Luton or the draw rather than predicting Cardiff a win. They've been in horrid form. They've not won a game this calendar year yet, and they've struggled to the odd draw. But let's be honest, most of the time, they have really lacked a goal threat. The lowest scorers in the division, really struggling to have a regular attacking threat. But we saw the opposite with Hull, who had the worst defence in the league when they appointed Rossignol, and he turned that almost instantaneously. So we need to make sure we're not naive to the Lamucci effect because he was a very good attacking coach for times at Nottingham Forest. So Cardiff on deadline day, I would expect them to have a new striker in by then. We'll wait and see whether that's the case or not. There's also the added element that Cardiff have had an extra week off. Luton played against Wigan in the league on the 21st of January, a 2-0 win there, but then drew 2-2 in a very good FA Cup tie for the neutral on Saturday, but not perhaps the best Luton performance. Cardiff, though, due to going out to Leeds, have not played since that 1-0 defeat against Millwall, the last game before the new Sabri Lamucci era. So this one, I'm not too sure what to predict. Luton haven't been as good at home as they are normally. Actually, remarkably, got the 5th worst record in the Championship at Kenilworth Road. Only 3 wins all season, albeit they've only lost 3 as well. 7 draws, and that's been the Achilles heel. And when you look at the type of side Cardiff is, you probably wouldn't rule that result out, would you? Cardiff, away from home, well, they've been just as poor as they have at home. 12 points in 13 games, but they haven't let in bundles. 18 goals conceded. It's just only 10 scored on the road, which is a problem. So I'm predicting for this one, it's either going to be a narrow Luton win or a draw. Now, given the fact that Lamucci's come in and we are expecting a new manager bounce, we've seen it with a lot of good managers this year, I'm going to say that I think I'm going to edge towards the draw because I don't want to get caught out. I don't want to appear complacent. And last weekend, I didn't go for any Championship's favourite scorelines. In the end, it was a good job, but we're going to go for it this time. Luton Town 1, Cardiff City 1. Keep your eyes peeled for little clips from the game. I will be there as usual. And let us know in the comments down below your predictions for this midweek action. There's a quick recap of what I've predicted on the screen there, but I'm sure you can remember it pretty well. We will do a quick recap on transfer deadline day if there's a chance later in the week too. And there's a full fixture list coming next weekend. So keep your eyes peeled for the normal prediction show, which will return on Thursday. But thank you very much for watching as always. If you did like this video, please do put a thumbs up on it. Subscribe for regular content from the Honest Football Podcast. Check out those new manager specials up in the eye above. And I'll see you back here on Thursday, as we'll have a big one ahead of a full weekend fixture list in the Championship.